Hi guys, welcome to week 15. We're going to continue our assignment 3 and we're going to start a crocodile stitch. So this is a crochet stitch that has been super popular lately, and I see a lot of people using it to make things from sweaters to pillows to fun things, or bags actually even. Fun textured things to give a kind of scaly or interesting flower petal approach. And I've seen people do it in ombre and it's really fun. So let's try this one out. I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't tried this one before either, so this is gonna be new. Okay. The crocodile stitch is a beautiful stitch. I thought I'd just show you a picture because I also, for this one, it came from a book as well. Isn't that beautiful? It looks like it looks like flower petals. So it's really something kind of special. And if you even look at the chart looks a little complicated, but I'll be able to show you how to make this work. So let's work on this together. All right. For this pattern, you need to chain a multiple of 4 plus 2 for the turning chain. I'm just going to do 26. So that's actually the amount I did for my last one too, where I did 26 because it was a multiple of 6 plus 2, I think. So just to let you know, the slip stitch doesn't count, so that not slip stitch, slip knot. So we need 26. I'm using a H hook. This is a Aran weight yarn. This one's a paint box yarn, so it's paint box in, gosh, it's a beautiful blue, but I can't remember what it's called. If I think of it, I'll tell you. It's paint box. You find that online rather cheaply. I think I might have accidentally used the tail. Okay. So now let's chain 26. Eight, 9, 10. So I gotta keep going. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. 11. 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh. 21, 22, 24, 25, and 26. So let me count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 on the hook. Okay, yeah. I think I counted them I actually counted them upside down. Okay. So that's 26. So multiple of 4 plus 2 for a turning chain. So we're going to double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. Okay, so count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double crochet. Okay. There. Okay. So now it wants us to chain 1, skip 1 chain space, double crochet in the next chain space. So we're skipping 1. So that would be this. And we're going to, it would be better if I got closer. So we went in this one, skip this one, go into the next one. So we're going to double crochet in the next space, and I'm trying not to split this. Okay. See? Okay. Chain 1. And then double crochet in the next 2. Okay, so skip 1, and then we're going to double crochet in this guy. And then 1 more in the next one. Okay, so we're going to be doing an alternating thing. So mine's blue, so instead of being crocodile scales, it'll be fish scales. Okay, so now I have to skip 1 again. So this was our last one, and I had to skip this one. So it's this one right here. Somehow, sometimes doing this through the camera feels weird, like a little bit further removed. This time we're not doing a double, we're just doing 1. Chain 1, and then go to this one, and then double crochet in this guy. So you're always skipping after each set. And now I need another double crochet next door. Okay, like that. So I just did, there is a space here, okay. So I just did 2 double crochets next to each other, so I need to chain 1, skip the next one, which is this one, go into this one. And do a double crochet. So I did 2, so I have to do 1. Chain 1, skip the next one, and it's kind of hard on camera to see it, but especially in the first chain row, do 2 double crochets. So we are alternating. Kind of hard to see though. It's weird because that's definitely a space. I guess it's just what it is. The first row. You see it? We're alternating, so now it's time for 2. So this is the setup for our scales. Chain 1. What's nice is instead of a row of 9 repeating, this one is a row of 6. So I go into this next one. I know this is kind of long, like a little tedious. We're doing okay. And then, because we just did 1, we have to do 2, so okay. And now we do we do our last double, chain 1, and now skip our last one. Oop. Sometimes it's hard to see these. Okay, so we're gonna skip our last one and do 1 here. Okay. All right. And that is the end of our row, number 1. So we've got our turning chain here. We've got, let's see, 1. It should have 4 double crochets, or 4 sets of 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to start row 2. Okay, we're going to start row 2, and we're going to chain. We're going to do 2 for. It says just to chain 1. That's interesting. Let's look at the pattern. Sometimes if you have trouble, and I'll include this when I give you guys your pattern, I'll include the chart. So the chart really does help you out. Yeah, it says to just do 1. I'm going to just chain 1 as my turning chain. Sometimes they don't tell you. They think you know, but you're supposed to do 2 turning chains each time or something like that. Okay, so now we're going to work 5 double crochets around the post of the second double crochet. So we are going to go right to here. So should be interesting. 1, and I don't want that end to get in here. So what I'm doing is I'm skipping that. Let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning of this row. Okay, so I'm going to chain. This is the tricky part. I'm going to chain 1. Okay, I'm going to turn this, but I'm going to kind of hold it like this because we're working in 3D now. This is the fun part of crochet. So we're going to start this out to double crochet. We're going to go into here. When I say here, what we're going to do, see, this was the post, the end of our first row. So we're going to skip that. We're going to go over to where we had our 2 double crochets next to each other. We're going to go into this one and go into the middle of it. So we're going to bring one through like this. Okay. And there it is. It's kind of sitting at the bottom, so we're going to travel down here. So we're going to travel down, so we want to push it up. So that's 1, and we're going to do 5 total. Okay, so keep going. It's kind of like making crochet flowers. And this right here is the tail, so. This is the 3rd one. Oh my gosh, okay. Sorry, I just need to adjust. I need to put my book up on the... Okay, so it's actually starting to kind of give that shape. So that's 3. Push it up a little bit up the post if you need to. 4. This is starting to look really cool. Okay, I gotta push it a little. And five. Okay, so I've got the 5 scales, or the set, not scales, sorry. So I got the 5. So then it says to chain 1 and then work 5 around the post of the next double crochet. So we're gonna travel back up. So this is the next one right here, right there. It looks like it's far away because we've been working this other one. So we're gonna travel. So we're gonna go back up this way. And that's the tricky part of this. So that's 1. Remember to push it down if it gets in your way. Three. I've got 3 on this side and 5 on that side. It might help too to not do it super tight. Like, I'm kind of doing it a little tightly, and I've never done this before, so I'll adjust how loosely I do this, but it's looking like maybe looser is a little better. I don't know. And I'm going underneath, so I'm not sure. I think, okay, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so I did the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets in the second double crochet. So essentially, you know what you're doing, right? You're skipping this one in the front, and you're using these 2 right next to each other. Right now, mine are stretched out. Okay, so now I need to do a slip stitch in the next double crochet. So I'm essentially working this way. I need to do a slip stitch here. So I'm going to go to the top of my next double crochet, pull that up, and I'm traveling across. So that's my first scale. It's really pretty. I like it. Okay. Now we're going to repeat this. So we're going to come over here. We're going to loop across, and we're going to start our next scale right here. So I'm going to, I think, just finish the row for you guys because this is a lot to watch. But you have the idea, right? We slip stitch on the top of these, and we go 5 double crochets down, chain 1, 5 double crochets up, slip stitch, and that's how we finish that row. Okay, so we're at the end of row 2 almost, but here, I'll show you. This is the back. This is the row 2, and see how we've done our crocodile stitches up on top. So you might be thinking, well, now what do I do? Because I'm at this one double crochet by itself, and then I have my turning chain. This turning chain and this double crochet here act as one more of these. So we're going to set one more on them for your crocodile stitch. So let's just do it. Come through this double crochet. So just continue your, it takes a bit of practice. It's kind of like how we did our flower at one time. It's just a little tricky to visualize until you've practiced it a couple of times. It's pretty beautiful. So decorative. It's really fun. They almost look like little feathers too. I'm sure you could actually even, if you were going to do like a Halloween costume or something, you could extend these, make them longer, and just make them look like feathers, but you don't have to. Okay, so I've got to keep going. Sometimes it's hard to get these. 3, 4. It might be good to use like a stiffer yarn with this too. Okay, so that's 5. 5 on this one, chain 1, bring it back up. So 5 more, and then you're done with this row. Remember, you're coming under the double crochet to pick up that stitch, and you kind of have to manipulate it down the chain. So it gets there. I'm almost to the end. 3. 4. And 5. 5. Okay, so that's the end of row 2. So you've got that beautiful crocodile stitch. Then when it lays like this, it will look beautiful. So you've got 6 more rows to go, and I'm going to show you rows 3 through 6. So that's 4 more rows, not 6 more rows. Sorry, it's 6 rows complete, but it's 4 more rows of this. So maybe I'll change colors. Who knows? So we just finished row 2. I want to start my next row with a different color. So I am going to, I hate how my video changes brightness. I'm gonna cut this. Okay, I'm done with this dark blue. And I'm gonna start this medium blue here. There's not really a whole lot of difference in the color, but there's enough of a difference. So I'm gonna start row 3. And row 3 wants me to single crochet in the center of the first crocodile stitch. That's this one. So it looks like what we do is we're not going to chain even, we're just going to single crochet. So I'm going to bring this forward. If you like to weave in your ends while you're going, this is a good way to do it. So I'm going to bring the next color up, okay? And I'm going to single crochet into both of these. So here I have this kind of joining. That's all right. Okay. So that's where we're sitting. That's how we're going to proceed. So we single crochet into the top, and now we're going to chain 1. So it's like we're kind of establishing where we're going. My balls of yarn need to be reworked. So we chain 1, and we're going to do 2 double crochets in the next double crochet, which is this one right here. So or wait, no. we're going to find the next double crochet, which I think, oh, it's this one from the back. We want to make sure, no, we're on top, the center. Sometimes it's hard to read these charts, guys. So what we did was we're on the top, so this was the beginning of this row, okay? And now we're going to do 2 double crochets here, where we're sitting on top of this. So we're gonna go right this way. So you can either, I'm gonna kind of just go on top here. This is kind of like how we established this kind of back for the front of these stitches. We're doing that again. So let's do it one more time. I went underneath. I could just do this again. Let's see how this works. Okay, see how that looks? Pretty good. Okay, so we worked our 2, chain 1. Okay, so we worked our 2 double crochets on the top of the double crochet, the next double crochet, which was right here. Now we're gonna work, and that's from row 1. We're not working really into row 2. We're working into row 1. So row 1's like the frame, and row 2 is like the showy bit. So if row 3 is another frame, then row 4 is going to be another showy bit. So we're going to work a double crochet now into the top of this crocodile stitch, and there we go. So we did a chain 1. So now we're going to chain another, and then we're going to do the 2 double crochets here, like how we did before. So I'm kind of going underneath and going through the back. You could do it where it sits directly on top. I'm trying this way out because I feel like it'll sit prettier. But actually, it might be better to do it the other way, because instead of doing it through the back post, because it probably will give you more room to sit on top here. You can do it either way. If it says to do it a certain way, do it a certain way, but if you're confused and not sure, let's just follow my way for now. I bet you really either way is fine. So, oh wait, I forgot. Did I forget to do a chain before going in? Yeah, I did. I forgot a chain 1 space. Always do a chain 1 space between your next thing. Chain 1. And then back here, I'm gonna do you can do it on top like that, completely fine. I've done it one way for the whole way, so I'm just gonna see how this looks. If it doesn't look good, I'll go back and I'll fix it. That's the good thing about crochet, is you are afforded this time to do it if you need to. Chain 1, and then we do 2 in the space in between. So the reason why we do this is because we're alternating. So we need to alternate between our 2 stitches. Okay, and then seams like we keep going. I do one chain one into here and one more on the edge over here, or two more actually. Our last double crochet sits on the last, on top of the last double crochet here. So we're sitting on top of the sleeve or scale. Okay, we finished that row. Now we're going to turn. We'll chain one. Okay. Really messy ball of yarn. And now I'm going to come, remember how we did our crocodile stitch before? We have to chain 5 into, through the bottom of each of these. So keep three. So that's 3 double crochets. Let's just keep going until I have a crocodile stitch. So I have 4 so far, so let's do the 5th. Okay. So if you have trouble counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So then you chain 1, kind of turn it, and we're gonna go back up. And changing color, but we're getting that beautiful ombre effect that is so pretty and everybody tries to do when they see this. Ombre was so in for a while. Is it still in? I really don't. I don't know. Is it? So 2, three. It's tedious to watch me do this. 4, one more, and oh, lost it. And 5. Okay, look. All right, that's gonna sit on top. So then turn it back. This is part of that row still, and remember what we do to finish it. We do a slip stitch on the top of this double crochet here. Okay. This is slip stitch, not a single. Okay. So see how that looks? I'm gonna go across the row, finish it up, and show you how it looks when I'm done. But that's rows 3 and 4. So that's pretty much what I meant to show you. So we can do 5 and 6, but maybe I'll do it without you. But let me get to the end of this row and I'll show you. I finished another row of crocodile stitch here. And I found that if you didn't turn to do the single crochet, it lays flatter. So that's what I recommend. When I say single crochet, I also mean slip stitch right here. So don't turn it to do the slip stitch. It'll curl up more like this one or these guys down here. Okay, so let me just show you how to start row 5, and I'm working my last color to get that pretty ombre effect. And then essentially you know how to do rows 5 and 6, but I just want you to be able to see it when I'm done. And I don't want to overwhelm you. I know this video is probably a half an hour long, so let's do it. So for 5, we're going to chain 3, and we're chaining 3 from this spot right here. Okay, so if you wanted this to be a true like exchange of color, what we could do is instead for this single crochet, we'll just incorporate the color now. That means that next color is going to be the top stitch in the next row. So there we go. Since we're just chaining, I'm not going to continue my end. So let's chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then it says to double crochet in center of next crocodile stitch. So, oh wait, sorry. Chain 3, double crochet in first single crochet. So we gotta do that down here. So let's do that. Sorry. So that's that, and then you know how it goes. We chain 1. Oop, jeez. Chain 1. Do a double crochet in the middle of that crocodile stitch right there. Chain 1. Do right here 2 double crochets. So you can do it on top or you can do it from the back. I'm just going to continue what I've been doing. Just remember between the 2 double crochet, not between the 2 double crochets, after the 2 double crochets and before the 2 double crochets, you do a chain 1. That's just to help you get across the row. Okay. All right, so now I do a chain 1, and I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the top of this. Okay, you don't need to see me do that. Essentially, you understand this. You did these 2 or these 4 rows with me. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to come and we're going to end here, kind of where this one sits at the end. You know, I'll just go the end. Sorry, I don't want to overwhelm you. You get the idea for the crocodile stitch, but let's just get to the end. It's really not that hard. So I know it's extra minutes, and you can speed through this if you need to. I'm sorry to make this video so long. It's just one of those things. If you need the help, watch along with this. If you don't, just refer to your pattern that I send you. Top of this one. Chain 1. And if you do it exactly like me, you'll have the ombre effect with your feathers or crocodile stitches or fish scales. These really can be whatever you want them to be. So, almost there. Chain 1. Okay, chain, oop. And then at the end it says that we don't chain one, we just do a double crochet in the center right here. Okay? All right. Excellent. So then the next row, we chain one and we skip this first double crochet, and we're just going to work immediately into this, our crocodile stitch, and move across the row. So you already know how to do that. I'm just going to show you how that is when I'm done with it, and then we'll finish this video. Okay, so I finished my third row. Ignore all the ends. So you do your last row or your last crocodile stitch in the double crochet chain 3 space, and then you do a slip stitch in the middle of your crocodile stitch, and then to finish it off you just bring it through like that. And now you have done all 6 rows of crocodile stitch. It might take a little massaging to get it to lay a certain way, and if you want it to be a little bit flatter, I actually kind of suggest working with a bigger crochet hook, because I think the way I worked is a little tight, so it's sitting on top of each other kind of tightly, but it's really cute. It's very textured. The underneath's cute, the back side's cute, and if you have 3 different colors of blue or another color, you can get that cool ombre effect. So try this one out. So that's the end of week 15. We finished our assignment 3, so we've got our crocodile stitch and our diamond window lattice in knit, and they both look kind of similar, but they're both very different. So if you crochet and knit, try both of these out and see if you like them. They're different textured stitches that give a very different interesting flavor to something. I don't think you'd want to make a sweater out of a crocodile stitch, but you might want to make a sweater out of your window diamond lattice. That would be cool. So look at these, try these out, see if you like them. Who knows? You might create something really wonderful.